Hey everybody, AFC Northerners, Jan David Sutar, Ravens! So I was so wrong about the Falcons game. Totally wrong. I thought it might be a trap game. I wasn't exactly sure how we were going to perform on the road in that way, and we did one. We did great. So it eased a lot of my fears. I think that Kansas City is a game that's going to be really hard to win. But let's talk about that. And there's two main things that thinking about from offense and defense on both sides that are really interesting to me. First is number 75. You've got Cameron Irving there, right there. And honestly, to me, on that offensive line, he is the weakest link in that chain. If you watch him against the Rams, you watch him against the Raiders, he's getting pushed around a little bit more than I'm sure they're comfortable with. So it's going to be interesting to see what our pass rush and especially our blitz packages, because we hide them really well, wind up doing to number 75, and whether or not he can keep up or whether or not that's how we wind up exploiting and getting to the QB. However, part two is that you gotta watch Mahomes. He likes coming back, he doesn't mind staying in the pocket, and he likes to throw in double coverage. If you watch him over and over again, double coverage is kind of his thing. Question is, can Humphrey, can Jimmy Smith, and can the rest of our secondary really step back, especially our corners like Young and whatever else we can throw at him, can help in that double coverage problem. Now, I would say that if it were me, personally, I mean, my notes where I would put Humphrey on Tyreek Hill, I would put Jimmy on Kelsey, and I think that we can. I think that we can wind up taking down Ware and the other backs, and I don't know. I think there might be a chance here, and I think that Ware would need to be taken care of with the rest of our secondary. That's preemptive. So let's talk about defense. All right, their defense versus our offense. Now we know that they haven't had the best success at run blocking. And not only do we have Gus Edwards, but we also have a Lamar Jackson, yes, who now has the ability to run because he's ready for those read option plays. So it's going to be really interesting to see whether or not we see more of that, especially with their run game blocking and their run defense as weak as it has been in past. It's not horrible, but they're way, way better at pass block. So let's think about this. First of all, the thing that really is a key to this game into winning it, if we're going to try that at all, is touchdowns, not field goals. If we wind up being helped to field goals, there's no way we're going to win this game. I just don't see it. We might win by a field goal, but not if we only get field goals. I really, really, really want to see what our defense does on hiding packages to blitz over on Mahomes. If you wind up doing like a delayed blitz on some of those packages, you're going to throw him off. He has a habit of holding the ball, so just make sure the outside linebackers wind up getting pressure on the outside. Make sure that you've got Mosley there to blitz whenever he tries to step up in the pocket, and I think we'll be okay. You really got to watch Kelsey. You really got to watch Hill. Again, I think that we really should put Humphrey on Hill and Jimmy on Kelsey. I think that may be the best fit. We'll see. And finally, I really want to say that, we need to be really on top of making sure that their run game doesn't go anywhere because Tyreek Hill will just run all the way up. They don't have Hunt anymore, so that gives us a little bit more leverage, but not a lot. Don't let that fool you. Do I think we can win this? I think we got a chance. I think there's a shot. I'm not super hopeful because they do have an amazing, amazing offense, and it'll be a test of the league's best offense and the league's best defense. So we'll see who winds up coming out on top on that one. So my prediction for this game, I don't know how we pull this out. Not quite. Not with a young QB. Not with their run game. I think it's going to be close. I think that we... See, here's the thing, right? I want to really think about this in a respectful way, but I know I've predicted that we're going to lose and then lose and then lose because I'm a pessimist. Yeah, I think we're going to lose this one. So I think that we're going to wind up losing this 32-27. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be a hard-fought battle, and I think a lot of it's going to come in the third and fourth quarter more than the first half. We tend to warm up a little bit later in the game too, but with Lamar Jackson starting, that has changed a lot, and we've been able to get in and out in the first and second quarters way more into the red zone, if not scoring touchdowns. So my prediction, 32-27, Kansas City. I will say this, if we wind up stopping their offensive line, if we wind up driving that back, and exploiting those problems that they've got, especially, again, at number 75, I think that we could turn this game around. this might be one of those games where we actually have the ability to start catching balls out of the air, because Mahomes likes to stay in the pocket, and he likes to be there for a little while longer than he probably should, and he likes to throw into double coverage. And if we can get Marlon Humphrey or Jimmy Smith there at the right time, we could have some really interesting run backs, maybe even a pick six. I'm not trying to jinx anything, but I think it's a possibility whenever you have a young QB that really likes throwing into double coverage. Anyway, guys, I got to get out of here. I got so much to do. I'm really excited for the game. I hope you are too. Make sure you check out DGBG. I don't know if Mark Herman even exists anymore, but hopefully he does. And check out the Steelers guys whenever they drop theirs. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and let's go Ravens. Fuck the Patriots. Bye.